Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I have no idea how to string videos together. It's not my field of expertise. So we're gonna be posting this as a three-parter. Um, that's exciting, and I don't know how to tell the difference between males and females with them. So we'll just say it. I don't like doing that. He, she. There we go. So yeah, that's exciting. I kept telling you I've been seeing wild turkeys, but nobody wanted to believe me. There's been either elusive or too far away. That one's been the friendliest one so far. So I'll definitely post that as part two for. Maybe I'll just call it this morning's video, part one, part two, and part three. There we go. Oh my goodness. That was cool. That was really exciting. So, oh man. And I know, very interactive. Very. Loved it. So, she really liked me. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if it was a male. It's usually the males that like me. I'm telling you. I attract them in any species. I'll admit it, I'm the girl every guy wants. But for some reason, they can't have. I'm picky. I'll admit it, I'm picky. So, and I'm also complex. I'm also emotional. I'm also this, I'm also that. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. And if somebody doesn't want to have to deal with it, there's the fucking door. I don't care. We're all complex beings, whether anybody wants to admit to it or not. It's like, you know, you can try all that you want to find perfection, but it doesn't exist. Not here anyway. So you just gotta decide what your threshold is. That's what it boils down to. So, and if it's something that you think that you can't, I don't want to say deal with or tolerate, but you know what I mean? You're going to have to make that decision. Or if you really want to stick with things, you have to do that inner work and figure out why that situation, with that person is triggering you. And then decide, okay, is it something that you can deal with or not? So, like myself, there's, you know, most women, or a lot of women anyway, yeah, I'll admit, I'm the jealous type too. Who isn't? We all have our jealousy. But as far as, you know, I'm one where personally, the way I look at it is go out and have fun with the boys. We all need to do that every once in a while. Go out and have fun with your friends, boys, girls, whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. If you're a guy and you have a tendency to have a lot of girlfriends, then go, you know. Or if you're a girl like me who has a tendency to have a lot of guy friends, you know. But you got to be with somebody who's tolerant, who understands, you know, who's knows, who basically trusts you. And the way I look at it is, you know, of course, you know, I love men. I'm sorry. Anyway. Anyway, all right. Mind out of several gutters there. Anyway, But at the same point, you know, I like my space too. I like my alone time or whatever. And the way I look at it is go. I don't give a fuck. Go out, hang out with the boys, go to a fucking strip club, get a fucking lap dance. Just don't bring it home to me, okay? That's all I care about. Get smashed drunk for all I care. I don't give a fuck. Just don't bring it home to me. Don't make me, if you tend to be, you know, like an angry drunk or this or that, I'm not talking abusive. That's a totally different story, okay? I'm talking about, you know, like myself. I tend to be a bit of an angry drunk. So that's the reason why I don't drink. And it runs in my family, both sides. So I just prefer not to. But, you know, and it doesn't take much to get me drunk. All I have to do is smell it and I'm, woo! Yeah, that's how bad my tolerance level is. But yeah, you know, I'm the sort of girl where if you want to go out and get smashing drunk, you know, with the boys, with your guy friends or your girlfriends or whatever, I don't much give a fuck. And you are somebody who's tends to be a bit of an angry drunk or whatever, there's the door, okay? Go sleep it off somewhere. Don't bring it home to me. Don't take your shit out on me. I don't much give a fuck. If you want to talk about it, if you want to talk about the fact that you slept with a hooker the night before, fine. I don't much care. Go. Get off my fucking ass for a while. Hell, I remember with my my one ex, it's probably, actually I think it was the longest relationship I had. It was out there in Vegas. And, you know, prostitution is actually legal in the state of Nevada, but it goes according to county population density. And of course, Vegas being in Clark County and being the highest population count in the whole state, it's illegal. But in neighboring Nye County, it's legal. And there's a couple of well-known brothels over there in Pahrump. And I remember I was in design school, and my ex, there was something that he wanted to buy off Craigslist, and it was out there. He wanted to borrow my car, and I'm like, okay, go ahead. While you're out there, stop off at a fucking brothel. He's like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Go. Here, have some money. Of course, now everybody would be like, oh, you say that, but no, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know, it's like, if it's something like that, that's one thing. But if you're going to be outright cheating on me, doing shit behind my back, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not one for an open relationship as far as, oh, let's sleep around with a bunch of people. But when it comes to something like that, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. It's just a one-night thing. You know, there's nothing to it or whatever. Getting your rocks off, okay? I don't much care. I don't know. It's just... There's a difference there, whereas, you know, because the other is dealing with feeling, whereas that's a business transaction. Simple as that. So, you know, it doesn't bother me. I know a lot of women, they get all uptight if their guy goes to a frickin' strip club. Why? If anything, I find it stimulating. It's like, ooh, what'd she do? You know? And it's not that I'm being jealous about her or anything. It's just, fuck. Did you get any video? It's just the way I am. It's like, I'm not uptight about those things. But cheating, yeah, I'm going to be a type, because like I said, that's feelings being involved. Whereas the other, that's a business transaction. If you want to fall for a hooker or fall in love with a stripper, that's your problem. It's like, whatever. Believe me. And I got the guys when I was a cab driver and a rideshare driver. I got them out there where it was like, oh no, I think she really does like me. Dude, it's a business transaction. No, I think she's really gonna meet me. And I'm like, all right, I realized that before I moved here, I made a promise I would never gamble, but this is one I'd be willing to break. I'll bet you, I tell them to them, I'll bet you this cab ride that we're on right now, she ain't gonna show. Plus $100 or whatever. I'm like, that's how sure I am. She ain't gonna show. Oh, yeah. So, it's like, yeah, I don't much care. That's just the way I am. I know, how did I get from talking about turkeys to... I have no idea. It's my train of thought. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so yeah, I will post these as part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh my goodness. Now you all can believe me. I live with turkeys. See? I'm surrounded by turkeys. Where else can you live and say that? I believe the state bird is the loon, by the way. Oh my gosh. And it's like Angie said to me when I said that to her once. It was actually after my endocrinology appointment. There was we were coming up to this piece of artwork, and I was just like, "What the fuck is that?" Because it was made out of silver, like aluminum or something, real bright and shiny, and it was a bright day. And the way the sun was bouncing off, I was like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, it's a loon. I'm like, oh, what? Because it looked like, at a distance, as we were getting closer to it, with the outline, it looked like it was a cormorant. I'm like, who would do a statue or whatever of a cormorant? But, okay, to each their own. It is a nature-loving state or whatever. And then found out that it was a loon. And I was like, doesn't look like one. But then once we got closer and I could see the more detail work, it's like, yeah, that is a loon. And I'm like, why would somebody do one of a loon? She's like, oh, that's our state bird. Oh, okay, loon for the loonies. She's like, well, it takes one to know one. I'm like, that's true. I am a loony bird. I know I am. I at least admit it. Oh, my goodness. I know, I'm a nutcase, but I love it. I love being a nutcase. Adds spice to life. Gotta have fun. Gotta be yourself. Let loose. Let go, people. Cut loose. Gotta do it. Live like it's Vegas every day. That's my recommendation. Wherever you live, no matter what you're doing, live like it's Vegas every day. All right? That sort of mentality. So I better go. I'm on my last leg here. And I'm sure these are going to be some long videos that nobody's going to want to watch. You know what? I don't care. This is for me more than anything. So, and I'm so glad I do them, talking a lot of things out. And that's the beauty of it, too, with everything I'm doing and why it's so important with what I'm doing right now, with everything I've been through, and to see the improvements, even if it's just half a pound. That's awesome. With everything that I've been through, it's like, yeah, improvements. Because let's face it, a year ago, I was heading towards death's door. And to see that sort of improvement, it isn't just about, the mental and the spiritual healing, or even just healing, this. It's also about making those improvements. And living, maintaining the body. It's a machine that we're occupying. And it's important to do that routine maintenance. Think of it that way. All right, I better go. I love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Love you.